मंत्र करते वो बड़ा।
Hare Krishna. So we welcome all of you to the Saturday program. I would also like to know some of you, if you can introduce yourself. Maybe what is your name and anything about yourself. You want to take a mic?
No, the Kurwadi family knows I'm very well.
Oh, I see.
Yes,
Okay.
they are sponsored.
So, my name is Vinod Kurwadi.
Okay.
My wife is Sailaja.
Hare Krishna.
My daughter Nisha. My
Nisha.
son Vijay.
Hare Krishna.
And we have been here in San Diego from 91.
Wow.
And of course, we usually come on a Sunday.
Yeah, they have been sponsor of the temple for 25
Wow.
25 years.
Family, not me so much.
Okay.
And their father, you know, Kurwadi, Papa Kurwadi, he used to give talk like you are doing now.
Oh, is
He
it?
just
Nice.
his placement.
No, I cannot take his place. He's very elevated, probably.
And both my mom and dad both are initiated devotees.
Yeah,
Oh.
Same Guru.
Oh, I think I know that Mataji. Ah. Yes, I met Mataji. She used to come in 2019, 2020, right? Before COVID, yeah.
I used to do the evening Sunday.
Yes. How is she now?
She's doing okay. It's considering her age, dealing with the medical issues, but Krishna's grace.
Nice. Good. Thank you for sharing
He is
that.
also disciple of Raghunath Maharaj.
No.
We are all Guru Bhais.
So nice to
Yes. And what about you, Subramanian?
I come from Bombay
I see.
on vacation. She's my daughter Geeta
Okay.
and my grandson Srivats.
Okay, Srivats.
And Srivats is a regular visitor to this temple
Okay.
to pay his obeisance and respects to Lord.
Very nice.
I am very pleased to have a darshan here and I enjoy the music very much. I am very blessed to be here.
Nice. Thank you. So we'll have I know it's late, so we'll have a quick, maybe 15-20 minutes we will discuss. So I was thinking on two things. One is some lessons from Ramayana, from Hanumanji, or we can discuss some topic from Bhagavad Gita. So we'll take a vote and see what do you want. So first is from Ramayana. Raise your hand if you like Ramayana. Okay, so okay. Everybody likes stories and Ramayana. Okay.
The message is same, but through a story. You know,
Through a story is more relatable.
Yes.
Yes. Actually, if I have something like probably.
We just came from Ayodhya 2 weeks ago.
Oh, nice, Jay. Please.
You want to do this?
This
Or you
won't
want
look good.
Okay. I will get you this.
No, that's fine, bro. I can manage. That's okay. Bro, this won't look good.
choice.
This won't look good.
Not look good.
Okay, we'll start. No. ठीक.
No.
ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनाशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरौ श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च। श्रीरूपं साग्रजातां सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखावितांश्च। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेशा गोपिका कांता राधा कांता नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचना गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Mukham Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langayate Girim Yat Kripa Tamham Vande Shri Guru Dinataranam Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pricharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschadeshatarine Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. So, since all of you expressed desire to hear about Lord Ram, and you already have been to Ayodhya, so this is very nice. So I can speak something about how Srila Prabhupada, he established temples of Sri Ramchandra Bhagwan, Lakshman, Sita in major cities in the world. Like in New Delhi, in the Radha Parsadi temple, we have Ram, Sita, Lakshman, Hanuman deities. And then within America also, in Washington DC, which is the capital of US, we also have the deities of Sri Ram. And in UK, what is the capital of UK? London. London also has Bhakti Vedanta Manor, which was given by George Harrison. You know, he's one of the Beatles, if you have heard of Beatles. So because Srila Prabhupada understood the importance of Lord Ram, in the Dasavatara Strotam by Jayadev Goswami, there is a verse which comes, Vitarasi Dikshu Rane, you can chant after me, Vitarasi Dikshu Rane, Sidikshu Rane, Digapati Kamaniyam, Digapati Kamani, Dashamukha Mauli Balim, Ramaniyam, Keshava Dhirita Rama Sharira, Jai Jagadish Hare, Jai Jagadish Hare, Jai Jagadish Hare. Vitarasi Dikshurane means Lord Ram, in order to please the 10 directions. What are the 10 directions? North, east, south, west, northeast, like that, and up and down. So every direction has a presiding deity, which is, the direction is controlled by that. So every direction, in order to please that deity, Lord Ram, what did he do? Vitarasi Dikshurane, Digapati Kamaniyam, Dashamukha, the 10 heads of Ravan, he distributed in 10 directions. He cut off the 10 heads. Right? And he pleased all the deities of the 10 directions. Ramchandra Bhagwan ki. And there is so much to say about Lord Ram. One of the most authentic version of Ramayana is spoken by Valmiki. You know, although there are Tulsidas, he has his own bhav about Lord Ram. But Valmiki has given a very detailed version of Ramayana, the life and the teachings of Sri Ram. So, as we know that Ravana is teaching us a lot of things, and she was trying, and Ravana's wife was, anyone knows the name of Ravana's wife? Mandodari. So she was also very knowledgeable, and she was always telling Ravana, don't do this. You know, why did you kidnap somebody else's wife? And that too, you are a Kshatriya, you are a fighter. If you are a fighter, if you have to even capture somebody's wife, you have to fight with him. But what you did, you disguised as a sannyasi, and then you kidnapped Mother Sita, which is not according to the code of conduct of a warrior, right? So she was very knowledgeable and honest, and she gave her instructions to Ravana. And Ravan was Brahmana's son. As we know, he had a lot of knowledge, he has a lot of wealth, and he had a chaste wife, and he had everything that anyone can even imagine, right? He had a Lanka of gold. Some of our friends recently went to Sri Lanka, you know, on a trip. And they said it's really beautiful. They saw all the places, Ashok Vatika, and some remains are there, all those things are there. Although it has been many years, but still, these things are true. Some people believe that all this is mythology. But fossil studies, goes back to millions of years back. Radioactive carbon dating. All of us have studied physics. We are from a scientific background. And when science can prove it, and scriptures also prove it, because scriptures is full of the names, the places like Nasik, Ayodhya, Sri Lanka, all these places exist, right? And this Adams Bridge, which NASA has detected, it's actually there. They have a satellite image of that. That's Ram Setu only. They have named as Adams Bridge. So you have the scientific evidence, you have the scriptural evidence. In scriptures, there is a position of the stars, constellation, how exactly the moon was in a position where, Lord Ram born or did different pastimes. So Srila Prabhupada has basically glorified Lord Ram in the Bhagavad Gita also. So Srila Prabhupada has written the Bhagavad Gita, which is not written, it is as it is Bhagavad Gita, with the shlokas that Arjuna, Krishna, Sanjay, they are exchanging. Those are in Sanskrit, and Srila Prabhupada has translated each and every word of Sanskrit into English. And it is as it is. Although there are so many versions all over the world, there are like 700 versions of Bhagavad Gita. People have misinterpreted. But Srila Prabhupada said it is as it is, Yatharup. Whatever Krishna is speaking, I am giving like that. And what is the proof that it is as it is? The proof is in eating the pudding. When you see devotees who read that Bhagavad Gita, their lives change, right? And you see so many temples all over the world, like we have like over 800-900 temples, so many restaurants and farm communities, and it's changing people's lives, and especially in the Western world. Like when Srila Prabhupada came, all the Western people, they were chanting and dancing on Krishna's names, Hare Krishna Mahamantra. It changed their lives. Some of them were just taking bath like once in few months. Those are like that. And Prabhupada is a sannyasi from Vrindavan, and he was taking bath like 3 times a day. But yet he was cooking for them, samosa, kachori, and he was so compassionate. And with his love and with the power of the mantra, with the power of Krishna's name, Krishna Katha, Krishna Naam, their hearts changed, they became purified. So if you do not have Srila Prabhupada's Bhagavad Gita, please read it. And then he has also translated Srimad Bhagavatam, in which a chapter comes about Lord Ramachandra's life. I think it's in the 8th canto, right? So it's very beautiful, and it gives a lot of details, how Lord Ram went to take the Dhanush and to marry Mother Sita in the Swayamvar. So many details are there. It's beautiful. So he translated Srimad Bhagavatam Purana, which has 18,000 verses. It is Amal Purana. Out of 18 Puranas, Srimad Bhagavatam is considered the best Purana. So he translated it, waking up whole night to give this knowledge to everybody, to the humanity. It is taught in a lot of universities all over the world. So great contribution by Srila Prabhupada. So in Ramayana we were discussing about Ravan. So Ravan had everything that we can actually expect, but still what he did is, out of his pride, he committed a mistake. Out of his arrogance and pride that I am the best, and even the benediction he asked from Lord Shiva, he didn't even care about humans or monkeys. He thought they are substandard. The benediction that he asked was that no demigods, no gods can kill me, because he thought humans are just very small for me. So he was so proud of it. And so it's a lesson for us. So we may also have a lot of things in our life, but yet if we are not satisfied, we are not grateful for what we have, then we will not get that peace, that happiness, that the Lord is bestowing upon us. So yes, it is good to be progressive, it is good to see the future, but at the same time, we have to be happy, be grateful, be thankful for whatever we have. Ravan had everything, but yet he wanted something else. And who disturbed Ravan? Shupnakha, right? When Shupnakha went to propose Lord Ram and he refused and Lakshman refused and he cut off his nose, Shik, and that place is called Nashik, where his nose fell down. So she went to Ravana. She said, you know, there's a very beautiful girl. So Shupnakha is like the propaganda, like marketing today. You know, there's $14 billion being spent in marketing today. You know, and they are trying to sell you what is not worth. Instead of focusing on the product, they are focusing on marketing. So Shupnakha is like TV advertisement marketing. And she advertised about Mother Sita and Ravan got attracted. Dhyayato Vishaya Pumsa. Bhagavad Gita says that when you meditate about something, when you think about something, Dhyayato Vishaya Pumsa Sangateshu Pujaya, then you get attached to it. Sangat Sanjayate Kama, Kama Krodha Vijayate. And when you get attached, what happens? You develop deep attachment, lust for that. And when you don't get that thing, what happens? You get angry. Why I am not getting that thing? And when you get angry, what happens? Your mind becomes bewildered. And when your mind becomes bewildered, you lose your discrimination. Your intelligence fails. And when your intelligence fails, you commit something very wrong. Anger is one letter short of danger. D-A-N-G-E-R. Right? Dhyayato Vishaya Pumsa. Krishna tells in the Bhagavad Gita. Dhyayato Vishaya Pumsa Sangateshu Upajayate. Sangat Sanjayate Kama. Kama Krodha Bijayate. Krodha Bhavati Sammoha. Sammoha Smriti Vibrama. Smriti Vibrama Buddhi Nasho. Buddhi Nasho Pranashyati. So when the intelligence fails, the person falls down into the material pool. He commits wrong things. You know, there was case in Pune where husband-wife had a fight. And husband came from the office, wife also came, and they had a small baby, and they were fighting over each other. They were saying that the husband saying, "I just came from the office. I'm so tired." Sorry, I don't want to bring another story. It's we see all of that in the house, but did you take prashadam?
Yes, we just do it.
Okay, thank you. And they were fighting, and they said, you have to take care of the child. The other, you have to take care of the child. And so, I mean, the fight grew to such an extent that, there was a huge loss for the family. I don't want to go into the details. But what I'm saying is, unless we have that understanding, we cannot control our anger. It is very difficult. And that's why it is said to have the teachings of Lord Krishna, Lord Sri Ram in our life. I am also a security architect. I work in IT industry. And I have wife, family, kids, and this knowledge has helped me so much, even in my personal life, in my professional life, that it has improved my relationship within my family, with my wife, kids, with my boss, with my colleagues, with my friends, because it's like a compass. It gives you the direction, how to handle difficult situations. Difficulties will come, whoever we are, This world is, we will face challenges. It's not like that, if we have money, we will not face challenges, or we have good health, we will not face it. We'll always, there will be something or the other, we'll keep on going. So if we have this knowledge, if we take shelter of Krishna, then we can fight across it, then we can get over it. So it's very important to cultivate this knowledge. In the universities, Srila Prabhupada went to Harvard University and he asked, where is the department for the soul, for the consciousness? Because ultimately when we die, what remains? Right? This body is just there, lying there. There is no one there. So we have to also understand that we are not this body, we are the soul. And this is one of the fundamental cardinal teachings where you can get rid of a lot of anxiety, a lot of fear, a lot of depression, and so many different things. That not having this knowledge actually creates a lot of problem. Not having the spiritual knowledge. So, so let's get back to Ramayana. So yes, so this is a lesson that we can learn from Ravan. Of even though we may have a lot of things, still we have to check ourselves that in our mind, like if we are not falling into those different attractions which can, misdirect us. So after Ravan kidnapped Mother Sita, then Ram and Lakshman were looking here and there, and they were asking everybody, where is Sita? Where is Sita? We cannot find. They were asking all the trees, birds, animals, and whoever they could find, where is Mother Sita? And finally, then they came across Sampatti, and Sampatti was the elder brother. No, sorry, Sampatti actually. They came across Jatayu, right? And Jatayu was lying in the pool of blood. So what happened? Jatayu was fighting with Ravana. He saw Mother Sita is going with him, and Ravana actually cut off his wings, and then he was lying in the pool of blood. And then Lord Ram kept his head on his lap and said, "My dear Jatayu, I was not pained so much at my father Dashrath's death than I am pained with your death, because you have given up your life for saving my potency, saving my better half, Sita. So I am so grateful to you." And Jatayu, chanting the names of Lord Ram with his tongue, he gave up his body and he went to the spiritual world, Vaikuntha. And then later the episode comes where all the monkey soldiers are trying to find Mother Sita, and they find Sampatti. Sampatti is another bird who is the brother of Jatayu, elder brother of Jatayu. And so Sampatti told the monkeys that once upon a time I had a lot of power, but now I am very old. So he told the story when he was young, he and his brother Jatayu were flying high in the air, and they reached near the sun. And because of sun's heat, he covered his brother. He went on top of his brother and he covered him. And due to the heat, his wings burnt off and he fell down. And he said, when I fell down, there was a Rishi Muni there. And that Rishi Muni, his name was Chandrama. He said, I can give back your wings by my mystic powers, but I will not do that because you have a service to do here. After many years, Lord Ram will come asking for Mother Sita. And then with your eyes, because these are birds which have very strong eyes, you have to help Lord Ram. And if I give you the wings, it will deprive you of the service. So Sampatti said that I have been waiting for 8,000 years for Lord Ram, and my eyes are so powerful, and I can see in the southern direction 800 miles away, which is 100 yojana, 1 yojana is 80 miles. I can see 800 miles away, I see an island called Sri Lanka, and in Sri Lanka there is a mountain called Trikuta. And on Trikuta there is a palace, and in that palace I can see Ashok garden. And in that Ashok garden there is a tree underneath which Sita is sitting and crying and chanting the name of Lord Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. And as soon as he gave this message to Lord Ram, what happened? His wings sprouted and he flew away. Because that was his service. So he completed that service and he went away. So after that, as we know, that this happened, Lord Ram met Sugriv, right? And Sugriv was, tormented by his brother Bali because as we know that what happened was there was a fight of Sugriv with one of the demons, and Bali had a fight, and Sugriv thought that his brother is dead, right? And he closed the cave with a big stone when he saw blood coming out of it. All of you know that story, right? No? Okay. So Lord Ram wanted to search for Mother Sita. So there was a demon. He told Lord Ram that you do not have the wife. There is another person called Sugriva. He is also in the same situation. His brother has taken over his wife and he has kicked him out of the kingdom. So he can understand your pain. He will help you. So he said, okay. Then Hanumanji was with Sugriv. Then Lord Ram went and then he met Sugriv. And Sugriv actually told Lord Ram that I am the brother of monkey shoulder Bali, and Bali and me, we were good, brothers, we were living together. But one day what happened? A demon came and my brother had a fight with him. And while they were fighting in the cave, they were fighting for many days. And I didn't know what's happening. And then I saw blood coming out of the cave. So I thought it's my brother's blood, and I closed the cave mouth with a stone. And he came back, Sugriv came back, and he became the king. And after many days, what happened? Bali, his brother, came back. He said, "Oh, how did you come back?" He said, "I didn't die, it was the demon that I killed." So there was a confusion. And he got angry with his brother Sugriv. He said, "Oh, you wanted to become the king? That is why you closed the mouth of the cave and you came here?" So he said, "No, no, my dear brother, I never intended that." And then, Bali started beating him and kicked him out of the kingdom, took over his wife. His wife's name was Tara. Tara and Ruma, right? Bali and Sugriv's wife. So yeah, and then as we know, Lord Ram, Sugriv allied with Lord Ram, and Lord Ram killed Bali. And then when Bali was dying, then Tara was crying, his wife was crying that, "Oh, what will happen to me? My husband is dead." Then Lord Ram consoled her that, "Don't worry, your son Angad is there, you have to take care of him, so don't worry." So then the story continued, and as we know, Lord Ram started to build a bridge, right? And while he was going to build the bridge, Ravana was sending some spies. You know what a spy is, right? Like a detective. And he sent a spy, one of his name was Shuka. So he was a crow, and he was monitoring everything. So one day the monkey saw them, and monkey jumped on him and captured him and started beating him. And then Lord Ram came. He said, "No, don't beat him, don't kill him. When we go to Lanka, then we will take him with us." So and then another episode is, as we know, that Lord Ram wanted to build a bridge, and then he was meditating on Samudradev, because Samudradev was a friend of Lord Ram's ancestors, so he wanted to invoke and get him to help him to build the bridge. And Samudradev did not come, so Lord Ram became a little angry. And when he became angry, Samudradev, after that he came, and Lord Ram he gave the idea that Nal and Neel are the architects. They are the sons of Vishwakarma. They can build a very nice bridge for you. So with their help, the bridge was built. So, and one very important lesson from this: when the bridge was being built, all the monkey soldiers are very, very strong. They were lifting big boulders, and they were throwing in the water, and they were helping in building the bridge. But there was a little squirrel. Some say it was a squirrel, some say it was a spider. But whatever it is, the lesson is same. So that squirrel or spider was also picking some grains of sand and putting in the ocean. And these monkey soldiers were laughing. We are putting such a big boulder and you are putting nothing. But Lord Ram came and said, "No, they are doing the best according to their capacity. I am equally happy with them. Sakradev prapannoyam tavasmiti sayachate abhayam sarvada tasmai dadati etam vratam mama." So Lord Ram said that even if somebody surrenders to me with, once, they tell me, "Lord Ram, I am yours," to whatever degree they are doing, I give them fearlessness, I give them shelter. So Sri Radha Girdhari is here, Srila Prabhupada is there, we have this temple. So there may be people who are doing a lot of service, there may be people who are doing less service, but for Krishna knows the intention, Krishna knows the heart. Whatever we are doing, whatever we are not doing, Krishna knows everything. He's in our heart. He can see, he has eyes everywhere. He's Paramatma, Brahmeti Paramatmeti, it is said, Iti Shabdyate. So Krishna knows everything. So he sees the intention, with what intention we are doing what we are doing. So that is the most important. When we offer bhoga to the Lord, we may offer chappan bhoga, but if we are not offering it out of love and devotion, then we know what value it has. But if we are offering with love and devotion, like Vidur, offered the peel of banana, and Duryodhana was offering chappan bhoga, but still Krishna went to the house of Vidura. So that devotion and love is the most important ingredient. Krishna is being served by thousands of Lakshmi. Lakshmi Shastra Se Lakshmi Shastra Sat Samra Sevemanam Govindam Adi Purusham Tamam Bhajami. He's not looking for our laddu pudi, halwa and all those things. He's looking for our love and devotion. It happens to us also, right? So suppose when somebody serves you food and after that they say something and you are like little bit upset, then do you feel like eating food? We don't feel like. So the real thing is love. Bhavagrahi Janardana. Krishna is looking for love. And we are also like that because we are a part and parcel of Krishna. We are also looking for love. But we are trying to find love in so many different things and we are getting frustrated. But when we connect to ourselves, when we connect to Krishna, then we feel that happiness, then we feel that love, devotion. And with each other also, if we cooperate, if we love each other, encourage each other, then also we feel that love. Because when we cooperate, then Krishna manifests. And Krishna is so beautiful that everybody wants to get involved in that activity. So yeah, I will take a rest here. I think we covered a lot. So, you have any comments or questions, and you would like to speak something about Ramayana, then please share. Mike? Yes, Prabhu, would you like to share something, any of you? Any questions, any realizations, any?
I think it was Lakshman who got mad at the Samudra, not Bhagwan Ram.
Oh yes, Lakshman got mad, yes.
This is comment.
Thank you.
Anjani ji?
Okay, one line on what did you like in our discussion today? Maybe everybody can speak one line. What did you like? What lesson did you learn?
I like the squirrel story.
Squirrel story?
Yes.
Okay.
They say that the ribs on the squirrel, because the Rama loved him, that's how the hand, with the hand and the fingers, so those fingers gave him the stripes over the squirrel.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's something.
I like the Sampati story.
Okay, thank you.
Because he was kept in that condition for a purpose.
Yes.
So all of us are in the same.
Very good. Very nice point. Yes.
Thank you. All stories are good. I think the Jatayu story was interesting. He fought for what is right, and then he gave up his life on it. I have a question, and because I looked at Valmiki Ramayana and Tulsi Das. In Valmiki Ramayana, all Hanuman, they are called Vanar. And Vanar, if you translate, is Van ka Nar, or the human of the forest. Well, Tulsi Das translated that into monkey. And Tulsi Das is the more famous Ramayana. So I'm curious, what are the thoughts there? Because it just doesn't make any sense that it was not a monkey army, it was a Vanar. It's very clearly written in Valmiki Ramayana that it is Vanar, which is basically in Sanskrit, Van ka Nar.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's all we'll never know. But I thought I was curious on that.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, I mean, so I was discussing mainly from Valmiki Ramayana, but Tulsi Das has written the Ramayana based on his relationship with Lord Ram and Mother Sita. He has a different relationship, like maybe a child and these are parents. But Valmiki is like a Rishi Muni. He's writing from a different perspective.
He's writing like an author, while
exactly.
Tulsi Das is Ram Charitramanas.
Exactly.
Which is the devotion to Ram.
Yes.
It's a devotional book.
Simple guy or the common guy.
Yeah, for the
Language
exactly.
of the people.
Yes.
Give
Correct.
Simple message.
Yeah.
Yeah. He stayed away from any controversies as well.
There is no controversy actually in Ramayana. People have a lot of questions. Why did Ram banish Mother Sita? All those things, but there is a clear answer to those also. Nowadays, people think Ravan is a hero. Every sister should have a brother like Ravan, like all those things. But Ravan, he didn't touch Mother Sita. Ravan never touched Mother Sita. Such a nice. But he had a curse that if he ever touches a woman, he will die. Because he had tried to rape Rambha, who was the wife of Manigriv, Nalkuver, one of the sons of Kuvera. So he got a curse from that if ever you touch a woman without her consent, you will die immediately. And people think that, oh, Ravan is such a nice person. He's not touching a woman. He got Mother Sita, still he's not touching her. But it's not like out of love, out of respect. It's out of curse he's not touching. Yes.
No, no. Sadly, I'm one of those who believes that if Ram was truly a god, he would not have done the Agni Pariksha for Sita. So
Yes.
maybe I should keep my comments like to myself.
Yeah, no, that's a quick short answer I will give you. Yeah, that is a valid question. There is nothing wrong. I also had that question before until it got answered. So basically, when Ravan was coming to kidnap Mother Sita, right? It is told in one of the Puranas, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu tells that the actual Mother Sita, she went into fire and Maya Sita came out. So Ravan couldn't, she is Lakshmi. How can, anybody kidnap Mother Lakshmi? She is the goddess of fortune. Nobody can kidnap Mother Sita. So he kidnapped Maya Lakshmi, or the false Lakshmi, you can say. So she went into fire, and when Ram did Agni Pariksha, then the Maya Sita went into fire and real Sita came out. So, right? And then also Lord Ram wanted to prove to the world, because otherwise what will people do? People will get a wrong message that, I can do anything, and so Lord Ram, he knew that Sita is chaste, Sita is dedicated to him only. She's ek pati vrata, like Ram is ek patni vrata. She's like, just to prove. Later, if you read Valmiki Ramayana, clearly Lord Ram says that I knew already that you are chaste, but just to prove, because I'm a king, that's my duty, dharma. I have to show it in front of everybody.
But that caused a big ritual and caused so much suffering to the women, because they followed that sort of ritual about that always to prove your innocence.
I didn't see any example like that.
The Agni, where women were sort of in the past.
Where?
In India.
So you are saying Sati,
Sati,
yeah, Sati is not at all accepted by Ram. See, when I'll give you an example. When Vali died, Lord Ram didn't say to Tara that you die with Bali because his husband is dead. No, he said he would take care of his son. Lord Krishna, there were 16,000 wives. They were kidnapped by a demon. Krishna could have said, oh, you stayed in the night with other, demon. Now nobody will marry you. You get lost. Krishna didn't say. Krishna said, I will marry you. Krishna is taking responsibility. Ram is taking responsibility. So this is all, whatever Sati and all is not actually authorized. I don't think it is by Lord Ram or Lord Krishna. It is not a good practice. No, it's never been. Because everyone has their individuality, right? Why would somebody promote like all these things? Yeah. That's a misinterpretation actually. A lot of people have so many interpretations. Yeah. Yes.
Yes. So I was unclear about the story between Sugriva and Bali, how you were mentioning Bali fought the demon. So thank you for clarifying that. That's one big thing I took from the...
Okay. Thank you.
Again, I also like the part of a little squirrel doing service.
Yes.
I think I feel like I should be the mode of service to Krishna. So that's a excellent example. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
I was really fascinated with Jatayu's brother's story, how he lost his wings, but it wasn't granted back to him because he had a purpose.
Yes.
And then how once that purpose was fulfilled 8,000 years later, how it suddenly grew back. And it reminds us that when we have difficulties in our life in some way, we always think, why is God doing this to me? But because there's a purpose behind it, only He knows what that purpose is. So it gives clarity for that gives you more hope and more reason, so you don't, lament all the time, why is this happening to me?
Yes.
You know that there's a reason behind it.
Yeah, we should always be encouraged and very enthusiastic.
Yes.
Whatever difficulties, you have to fight it and continue.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Hare Krishna. Thank you. Very wonderful realization. Thank you for sharing.
I'm simply enjoying whatever conversations have taken place about Lord Krishna and the various questions and answers. My only question is, even though Raman was a Brahmin, if I am not mistaken,
yes,
he assumed the costume of a rishi and kidnapped Sita, if I am not mistaken. Why? I would like to know why Raman assumed the
Very good
costume
question,
of a rishi and
Yes.
kidnapped Sita.
Yeah.
Over.
Yeah, so correct. So one reason is what Prabhuji is saying, that otherwise Sita will not come out of the Lakshman Rekha, right? Because Ram and Sita are very spiritually oriented. They want to serve the Vaishnavas, the sadhus. They want to give them bhiksha. So Ravana came, bhiksham dehi, bhiksham dehi, bhiksham dehi. And then when Mother Sita came out, he said, no, you have to come out and give it to me. So when she came out, he kidnapped. There is one more reason. You know Marich. Who was Marich? He was the deer with whom Ravana tied up. So Marich actually had allied with Ravana, that okay, I will help you. But Marich warned Ravana that Lord Ram is not an ordinary person, because I think there was a fight between Marich and Ram beat him very badly. You know, he hit him that he flew like miles and miles away. So he was very scared of Ram. He said, be careful, you cannot fight with Ram. So that is another thing, that Ravan knew that Ram is not an ordinary person.
The Lakshman Rekha is not mentioned in Bhagavad Gita. Lakshman Rekha is the Tulsidas interpretation
Oh, is it?
of the Rekha. So
I see.
Bhagavad Gita he treats Ram as more as a human,
Correct.
while in Tulsidas is very devotional.
Very devotional.
So like the entire chapter on love push
Yeah.
and they are bringing up is the whole entire section doesn't exist in Tulsidas Ramayana,
Tulsidas Ramayana, yeah.
while it exists in the
Correct.
Valmiki.
Yeah, it is more detailed. Yeah.
So it's
You know, for Valmiki, he was a superhuman. For Tulsidas, he was a god.
correct. You're absolutely right. So Valmiki was supposed to be contemporary of
Yeah.
British
Correct.
of
Correct.
that time, whatever that time was.
Yeah.
So that's correct. He was a great human,
Yeah.
but for Tulsidas, he was God.
Correct.
So you can see that the
Right.
portrayal is very, very different.
Any next, Mata, you can share with her.
Yeah. I was very much impressed by the story of how a squirrel, I mean, that's how I have been told by my father and my mother when I was a little girl, as far as Ramayana is concerned, tried to contribute its minuscule towards the building of the bridge between India and Sri Lanka, or the Ram Setu as we know it. If you were to see it in today's contemporary world, there is this kind of rat race to outperform, outsmart the other person, and there's inherent stress to try to bring out the very best in you. In fact, going and trying to walk that extra mile and ultimately not being able to achieve things which we are capable of, or which we are, because I'm of the strong belief that each one is blessed with a certain optimum limit. Right? That's how, like, even the siblings of the same mother and father, they all have different personality traits, they have different physical abilities, they have different mental faculties, even as the emotional or the mental makeup and even the spiritual level.
Yeah.
So when it comes to the way you expose yourself tacitly or implicitly or even verbally in front of God, He is someone who does not see any kind of discrimination. It is only we humans, out of our illusion and out of our false belief, covered with ego, think that, okay, I am superior than you because I am much more beautiful, healthier, wealthier, I have a better power or position. So this kind of myth that we all hold ourselves, irrespective of the station that we have in this world, is debunked in this very simple short story. I mean, the earlier you tell your child, the better he evolves as a human being, I feel. Because when the contribution made by the Vanar Sena, in terms of, as you rightly said, you know, picking up the boulder, making active, major contribution and expediting this construction of the bridge, versus the very minuscule contribution of these squirrels, was treated with equanimity and equally without any discrimination by God, is a very strong lesson for people like us
Exactly.
to treat every person equal, because like we all have an element of God in us. It's of course it's shrouded with so much of imperfection, which is why we are humans today. Otherwise, we would have evolved as better human beings or spiritually elevated. So if you were to look at from that perspective, that the very strong and potent message that one can get through this story is, in front of God, everyone is equal. The contribution of every single soul, irrespective of the costume that you have, you could be a monkey, you could be a reptile, you could be an animal or a bird, is the same.
Perfect.
So this is one, I would say, a very fascinating lesson that I, as an adult now, I could think of. When I was a little, it was very interesting, the squirrel coming in, making its minuscule contribution, and then Lord Ram, comforting it, which is why you had 3 stripes, and then jocularly it said that you have squirrels with the stripes only in India and not in the US, and things like that.
What was that last line again? What did he say?
The squirrel was being mocked at by all these monkeys, and then saying that, we are doing something great. So Rama took compassion on that. He picked up the squirrel and he pampered it. And the 3 fingers are marked, which is why you have the striped squirrels in India and not here.
Oh.
So yet another proof that Ramayana took place in India and not in the US, if I should say so.
That is India is a Punya Bhumi, Lord Ram,
so
Krishna, everybody appeared there.
They have the stripes, but here these squirrels are really robust, but they don't have the stripes.
Okay, your son? And very well said, very well. So whatever you said, Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, there is a verse, Vidya Vinay Sampanne Brahmane Gavi Hastini Suni Chaiva Swapakecha Pandita Samadarshina. A learned sage is one who sees with equal vision a Brahmana, a cow, a dog and a dog eater. He sees with equal vision. So Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, same thing, same principle is there. Yes.
So I like the story about gratitude and how Ravan had everything, and despite that he didn't have gratitude, so he went after Sita.
Yes.
So I have a question. It's not like he was ignorant. He was very knowledgeable. He knew all the Vedas and everything, and he was advised by multiple times by Hanuman, Angad, even his own brother, Vibhishan. So despite all of those warnings, why couldn't he understand it? Like he was on the wrong side. Was it his ego that came into play, or what was the real reason? Like,
anyone knows Hindi here? You know Hindi? After Lord Ram killed Ravan, he went to Kausalya and he said, "Who killed Ravan?" He said, "I killed Ravan." He said, "You killed?" He said, "Not I. I killed Ravan." Ravan's ahankar, that killed Ravan. And obviously that is one thing, he had a lot of ego, and other thing is that he had bad association. His association was not good. So, the purpose of his being a Brahmin was to, extract the knowledge of the Vedas, but not the essence of it, like not to surrender to the Lord. It was to make himself very powerful and big. So while we are reading Bhagavad Gita and everything, so we have to seek the essence of it. What is the essence? We may know all the knowledge, but if we are not imbibing that into our life, we are, suppose I am speaking so many things, but my character is not good, it will not impact you. You will say, oh, this person is just speaking. So we have to actually imbibe that into our life also. So that is the most important thing.
In my school days, I have a teacher who used every time, don't use the word ahankar.
Yes, ahankar.
I asked him why. He said, you split up the word ahamkar. It consists of aham plus kar. Aham means I. Kar means something which is very hot. So don't
something
mix
to
up
do,
the
yeah.
two.
Kar means car, yeah.
Kar means.
Kar, yeah.
So if you mix ahamkar, you will be nowhere.
I am the doer of everything. That's what it means.
Exactly.
So Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Ahankara vimud atma karta aham iti manyate. That I am the doer of everything. I am the proprietor. It doesn't give credit to Lord or anybody else. Everything is happening because of me and I am doing. Thank you. So now we have... Thank you, Prabhuji.
And we have last session on 8:15 and for 15 minutes from 8:15 to 8:30 you can join the session, and food is I think already served outside.
Yeah. So we have nice hot prasadam, sabji, dal, rice, and dokla. Okay, thank you, Mugan. That was the best part of the class. Dokla. So next week also we'll meet Deepavali special. We'll discuss more. So please join us next week, Saturday. Hare Krishna.